Hi, I'm Danielle Ronan with Keller Williams Realty, and welcome back to parkbench.com/Monroe-CT. I have the pleasure of being in the studio with Justyna Poserina. This is her studio of Justyna Poserina Photography. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. One thing that I would really love to know is how did you discover your love of photography?
I've always loved photography ever since I was a little girl, but it wasn't something that my family really wanted me to do professionally. So I have a degree in economics, and then I worked in human resources, but I always did photography behind the scenes. And eventually, when my daughter was born, I started doing it almost full time. And that was almost 9 years ago, and I'm still here today.
And we all know that photography is an art form. What type of photography do you specialize in?
My favorite type of photography is working with newborn babies, maternity clients, and families.
Okay, great. And how did you come to developing it as a career path? I mean, you had the economics degree, so you were on a business track. How did you transition that into a photography business?
I just always felt like there was something missing from my everyday life, and I really wanted to do something that would be much more fulfilling for me. And once I started to photograph newborns and families, I really felt like that was it. And once I had the love of photography, then I sort of started to work on the business end of the business and slowly got that going almost to a full time. And now I'm full time doing newborn and family photography.
Okay, so tell us something a little bit about your business that people don't know. I mean, you show up with your camera, you do the shoot, or you do it in your studio, and then that's it, right? You just go home and then you just go to bed and wait for the next gig, right? Well, tell us a little bit more in depth about your business.
Sure. I think what a lot of people don't realize is photography is just like any other small business. There's so much that we do behind the scenes. The majority of the work that is done is actually done behind the scenes and not in front of the client. So just like running any other business, it's just very, very time intensive, and there's just a lot to be done.
Right. So specifically, like, what are the things that you do that most people don't know you realize that you do?
Sure. Every morning I wake up and I answer a ton of emails. I have to get in contact with my vendors. I have to make sure packages are going out on time, respond to inquiry responses. I also have to handle a lot of the back end things. I pay taxes. I have to keep my bookkeeping and, also get the space ready for each session and also prep the clients for the session, which really takes a lot of my time.
Not to mention all the editing after.
Oh my gosh, of course. I forgot. That's like half of it.
Right, exactly. And being a Monroe resident and doing a lot of business in Monroe, let our audience know why it's so important to you that people shop local.
Shopping local is essential to really supporting your local economy. I really feel that every dollar spent here goes right back into our local businesses, our local economy, our local schools. And by choosing to shop local, you're really supporting your neighbors and your friends.
Exactly, and I feel the same way. So if you have any photography needs, maternity or baby or otherwise, give Justyna a call. She'd be happy to introduce you into her studio and take beautiful photography for you. Thanks for joining us at parkbench.com.
Let's do that let's do the ending again.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just all.
It was all over the place.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just change the angle a little bit. Okay.
And I would think that we all agree that shopping local is so very important. So if you're interested in getting some photography done, give Justyna a call. Again, she specializes in maternity and babies, and she'd love to have you in her studio. Thank you for joining us again on parkbench.com/Monroe-CT. We'll see you next time.